everybody, my name is Mars, you can call me MG if you would like, and today I'm starting for you a new vlog. The issue is, I am currently kind of slumping with my writing, so I have no idea where this vlog is going to go. It is the 21st today, and I figured I would just vlog this last week-ish of the month, and see where it goes, because I have no idea what I'm going to be doing writing-wise. This month I have been drafting my project Space Dragons, which is best described as Priory of the Orange Tree meets Fourth Wing, but set in space. And it was going so well for the first 10 days of the month. I wrote 20,000 words, if I could speak, in those 10 days, and they were pretty dang good words, if I do say so myself. And then it's like I hit a wall, and for some reason anything after that was like pulling teeth. I did get another 5,000 words, but they're like not great. So I figured rather than suffer through the rest of this draft, because this is only the first quarter of the draft that I've gotten through, rather than write 75,000 words that I'm definitely not going to be happy with, I'm going to put Space Dragons on hold and do some other things. So we've got some creative well filling to do. I watched Moulin Rouge earlier today and it was so much fun, and I feel like movies and books are really going to help me get through this slump. I'm going to take a break from drafting for a little bit and edit projects. I have two projects that are kind of the highest priority of editing, but they are out with beta readers right now, and I'm expected to get them by the end of the month. So I don't know if I'll be doing that in this vlog, but maybe I will. I have other projects that I could edit. I'm kind of leaning towards my gay vampires that I drafted almost exactly a year ago and then haven't touched since. I feel like I could do a little bit of work on that and just play around with it because it's kind of a low stakes story. It is my what if I took JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1 and made it good story, made it actually gay. More descriptive there. So it's not anything super serious, but it's just a fun story, kind of a sad story too. But I figured maybe I'll take a look at that. I might draft something new, just something, like I said, with lower stakes than Space Dragons, because Space Dragons is such a huge project that I had taken on. I might do something that's more indulgent. I have a project that is pretty much entirely self-indulgent, and that is City of Blood, which is inspired by Bloodborne and a couple of other things, and I just made a new laptop background inspired by this project of mine, so I might try my hand at that. I was thinking of handwriting that one, just because it'd be a change of pace, and I think it'd be really interesting to try handwriting a first draft. Again, don't know if that's going to happen in this vlog, because I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I feel like I'm just going to wake up each day and decide, today I feel like doing blank. So yeah, it's just gonna be a whole bunch of stuff, and we'll figure it out along the way. Today I am not going to be doing any sort of writing, because I'm taking it off for the day. I will be reading, actually. I have just started Monster by Naoki Urasawa, which is a gothic psychological horror manga. I did actually start this last year. I read the first volume, but now I'm trying to read the whole thing in one go. It's 18 volumes, and I am about halfway through my reread of the first volume, and I'm enjoying it as much as I was last year. So that is the plan for today, is just to do a whole bunch of reading. I'm gonna get some pizza later. I'm very excited. But we're gonna see how this freeform, not planning writing stuff goes, and if it actually helps me out of this writing slump. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in coming along for, then stay tuned, I guess. I will see you guys at some point in the future. Hello friends, it is just about 10 p.m. on the 22nd. I am pretty dang tired, so I'm probably gonna be going to bed after I film this clip, but I thought I would give you an update. I have started editing my Gay Vampires book. I almost called it by the title. I don't think the title is something I've said yet, but yeah, I figured why not open it up and see what I'm working with. This is a book that I drafted almost exactly a year ago, I want to say. It was sometime in like early 2023. And it is about 15,000 words, so it's quite short. It's gonna get some length because I know there's a couple of chapters that I skipped. This is a weird one because there's a 4-part prologue. Sorry, Stieg. Stieg's not a fan of prologues, but there's a 4-part prologue that follows the two main characters through some time skips, and then there's another time skip to the main bulk of the story, which is 13 chapters long. So the prologue starts when the characters are 10, then the second part is when they're 13, then 16, then 19, and then the bulk of the story is when they are 22. And I have gone through the first 2 parts of the prologue and just read through, cleaned it up a little bit. Just a couple of sentences here and there felt really weird to me, so I fixed them now, because why not? But for the most part, this is going to be just reading through and not doing like line edits. I am a little bit nervous going into the rest of the prologue because I know I didn't finish it. The 4th part is mostly bracketed of what I want to happen, but I didn't do it. And I'm scared. But we're gonna work through things. I don't know how many bracketed scenes there are. I know there's at least 3 chapters that I didn't write at all, but it's fine. That's what edits are for. And I'm very glad that this is kind of easy, at least to start. I don't know, I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm thinking that at some point next week, I'm going to rewatch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1 because that is the main inspiration for this book. Basically, I watched JoJo Part 1 and I was like, what if this was explicitly gay and also good? And that's what this book is. It is very much inspired. Like it's not a one for one, especially the like later half of the story, but if you've seen JoJo Part 1 and you read this book, like you'll be able to see just how much I pulled from it. And that might change with edits, but like it's still going to be a very clear and obvious inspiration when I have the finished product. And you know what? I'm fine with that. But yeah, that's been my day. I did a little bit of editing. Um I I don't know if I want to set a goal. Like I want to get through these edits by the end of this month, so I guess by the end of this vlog, because I am assuming this vlog is going to carry me through the last week of March, but I'm not really setting any other goals besides that. Just work on it when I feel like it, do some things to refill the creative well, like rewatching JoJo Part 1, and document it for you guys. So I am going to go now. I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm very tired, and I will see you maybe not tomorrow. I do have quite a long list of errands to run, but at some point in the next couple of days, I will update you, assuming that I've done things worth updating you about. So I will see you then. Good morning, friends. It is 9:30 a.m. on the 23rd, and it is a cold and rainy day here in Philadelphia. You can probably hear the rain going on in the background, maybe. I wanted to come on here to give you a reading update because I am currently reading Monster by Naoki Urasawa. Monster is a manga. It is a like gothic psychological horror manga, and it follows a Japanese man who comes to Germany to study medicine. He becomes a doctor, and one day he saves the life of a little boy, and that little boy turns out to be a serial killer. Things happen. It's just so good that I had to come and talk about it. So it is like 160 something chapters, I think, and I just read chapter 75, so I'm like almost halfway. And it's just the pieces involved. It's just crazy that someone like put all of this together and like all of the different little connections. It's so good. The tension, like I'm genuinely stressed reading this in like a good way. Like I'm having a fantastic time and I just had to tell you guys about it because I want other people to read this so I can talk about it. I don't have enough friends who read manga. I need more of those. So if you read manga and you'd like to talk about it, hit me up. Yeah, I spent a good while this morning reading in bed, but now I am up and dressed and ready to do other things. Not many other things. I had plans to go out with my friend for lunch, but like I said, it's pouring, so we're gonna postpone that. Uh, I am going to get back on the writing train with Gay Vampires. Today might be the day that I rewatch JoJo Part 1 because it's only 9 episodes, so it's about 3 hours. And like, that's just a long movie. So I might do that today because it's not like I got that much else going on. And that'll put me in the headspace for Gay Vampires. And I'll do a lot more reading, definitely, because wow, it's just so good. So I will try and get some nice content for you, I guess. And see you guys when I have more to update on.
Evil looking thing, ain't it? Well, fetch nothing. Hey, lend a hand. Help me yank out his belly deep. Now fetch a bloody.
Hello, friends. It is quarter after 5 p.m. on the 24th. Happy Sunday. I got so much done today, but I don't think I updated you yet. No, if I could speak. I don't think I updated you yet about yesterday, is what I was trying to say. So I will do that first. I ended up watching JoJo Part 1, and it was such a fun time. It was pouring yesterday, so obviously a great ambiance. Then I worked on parts 2 and 4, no, 3 and 4 of the prologue. I just cannot speak today, it seems. Um, I edited those bits and I did quite a bit of reading. Then today, I woke up this morning, took a shower, went grocery shopping, came back, immediately got to work on writing, and I finished the prologue because there's 4 parts, and I did go through all of the stuff that I had already written in those 4 parts, but I needed like a little bit at the end just to really finish it off, and so I wrote that. It was about 500 words. And then I actually edited the next 3 chapters. I'm not doing like heavy edits, this is just things that I'm noticing aren't quite right here. And then once I like get this out to other people to read, I will go in and make bigger changes. I stopped after chapter 3 though because chapter 4 is one of the ones that I have to write basically from scratch. I have a couple hundred words and then a big old bracketed paragraph telling me the rest of what's supposed to happen in that chapter. So I have 10 chapters left, and I would say it's about 50-50, with half of them being ones that I have to write practically from scratch, and half of them being ones that I just have to read through because it's already all written. So that's fun. I am moderately assured that I can finish this by the end of the month, which is great. I didn't really set that goal, but it'd be pretty cool if I could do that. That would be what, a chapter and a half a day, I guess, because there's a week left in the month. I can't do quick math. Um, so that's the plan. I also want to finish reading Monster soon. I thought maybe I could do it today, but it's not gonna happen. I have 3 volumes left, but each of those volumes is technically 2 volumes because the app that I'm reading off of splits the volumes into the Perfect Edition, which is just like a fancy special edition where it's 2 volumes in one. So technically there's 18 volumes in the original run of this manga, but then it was re-released into 9 larger volumes. So I have 3 more of those larger volumes left, and I I'm pretty sure I can finish it tomorrow though. So I'm streaming at the top of the hour at 6 p.m. because it's Sunday, and most Sundays I stream in the evening. So aside from that, I think I might just be reading tonight. Like spend the rest of my time doing that because I already got quite a bit of writing done, and I deserve a little treat. So that's the plan. Is there anything else that I'm hoping to get done soon? I don't think so. I don't know what I'm gonna pick up after Monster. I might just count the last few days of March as April for my reading uh statistics or whatever. I do that sometimes. If there's like 3 days left and I just finished a book, if it like feels like a good thing to end the month on, but I don't want to spend several days not reading, I'll just count those last few days as the next month. I don't know, man. But I'll probably do that. Oh, I do have to film my TBR video. I'll do that tomorrow. And that'll give me an idea of what I'll be reading because I already have 11 books on my April TBR because of TBR games that I will be doing. Not TBR games, readathons. That's what it is. Um, Jeez, I'm a mess. I'm taking part in technically 3 readathons, but the TBR Takedownathon does not have like prompts. It does, but they're optional. But the Tomes and Taverns, no. Tomes and Treasures is what it's called. Readathon has 10 prompts, and then the Magical Readathon has 5 for the calling that I've chosen, and I've managed to overlap most of them, but not all. So I have 11 books already set to read in April, and because those are for readathons, I'm going to keep those 11 there and not start those in March. But my TBR game, I pull 3 cards and have prompts for them, and I'm going to try to use books that I've already got from my readathon TBRs to fit those prompts, but if I can't do it, and I have to pick other ones to add, those ones I would be fine reading in the last little bit of March, but counting towards April. You know, it makes sense to me. It doesn't matter anyway. None of this matters in the grand scheme of things. I'm kind of just rambling. Um, yeah, that's where I'm at right now with this update. I think it's supposed to be nice out this week, so I'm planning tentatively to go on a free little library walk. There's 3 free little libraries relatively close to me. I can hit all 3 of them and be back home in I think just under an hour. So I'm gonna do that at some point this week. Assuming health stuff is fine. Other than that, we'll just see where things go. So I will see you guys then. Good morning, friends. I'm very tired. It is 9:16 a.m. on Monday the 25th, and I have just finished reading Monster. I stayed up a little late, and I read so much of it. There is cat hair all over my desk. Um, I only had 7 chapters to read this morning. I could have finished yesterday, but my boyfriend wanted to come to bed, and he has work in the morning, so I'm like, I don't want to keep him up. So I saved it for this morning. I didn't cry. I feel like if I had read them last night and like finish it all in one go, I would have. But I didn't cry this morning, even though it was very emotional. This manga was so good. A solid 9 out of 10 the whole way through. It didn't have that like spark to make it a full 10 out of 10, but like this is a manga that I would recommend highly to people. It was so good. I'm definitely gonna watch the anime at some point. I wanna like give myself a little break and like kind of maybe forget the story a little bit before I watch it. So I'll give myself a couple of months probably, but I do want to watch the anime. There's also a novel called Another Monster. It's not a manga, but it's an illustrated novel written by Naoki Urasawa, and it's the story of Monster, but from a different point of view. It's from the point of view of a investigative journalist, I think, trying to like put together all the pieces. Um, so I kind of want to check that out at some point. Oh, this was so good. This was like exactly what I needed to get me feeling good about telling stories again because okay, so I shared a post to my Instagram story the other day that kind of contradicts what I'm about to say, and the post said, uh, going to the grocery store when you're hungry has a writer equivalent where once you finish a really good story, you're not allowed to write for a few hours because of like comparison bias or whatever it said. I kind of just want to dive right into writing, but I won't. I'm gonna do other stuff. I gotta film my TBR video today, so I'm gonna be doing that as soon as I finish this clip. But yeah, I feel so inspired to write because that was such a great story. And I'm definitely gonna be checking out Naoki Urasawa's other works. Uh, I've heard that the closest, like, thematically to Monster is 20th Century Boys, which is about a group of boys who discover this, like, cult thing, and the symbol of the cult leader is the symbol that they drew when they were younger. Something like that. I'm not really sure. I kind of read like a summary a while ago, and that's kind of what I remember. There's also Pluto, is I'm 99% sure by Naoki Urasawa, and it's about a robot cop, maybe? Or like a robot detective investigating a string of murders against robots and robot sympathizers. Something along that nature. And there's also Asadora, which is the one that I kind of want to read the most, even though I don't even have a sentence summary to tell you about it. But it's like the most recent, but it's still ongoing, and I don't want to start any more ongoing manga. I'm currently reading Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man, and I feel like 2 is the right amount of ongoing manga for me. So, we're not gonna read Asadora yet, but I've got some other options for when I feel like picking up some more Naoki Urasawa. But yeah, that is my update for now. I had to tell you guys about this because it was so good. So if you're into manga, if you like crime manga, definitely check this out. It's very good. And I keep repeating myself, but like it is. I really just want other people to read this so I can talk about it with them. But yeah, I'm gonna go film my video and then get to writing later on. I'm hoping to get 2 chapters done today because I have 10 left, and if I do 2 a day, that'll take 5 days. Easy math. Oh, yeah. I'll see you guys later. Hello, friends. Ignore the outfit change. I was washing dishes earlier and soaked my shirt on accident. Those dang spoons. So I had to change, but it is still Monday, and I've finished my writing session for the day, and it's gone so well. The book is making me so emotional. Like, some of these lines are so well written, and I've skipped around a little bit. I kind of skipped the parts that need to be filled in. I did fill in a little bit, but for the most part, I was just looking at the things that are already written out and just need a little bit of tweaking here and there for this draft. So, right now, I have 4 chapters that need to be written in their entirety and 2 that need the ending to be worked on. If you didn't know, I suck at endings. It's definitely my weakest skill as a writer is finishing chapters. They just don't come easy to me. So that's something I gotta work on more. But I'm done writing for today because I've gone through so many chapters, and I guess tomorrow I'll pick back up with filling in some of those things that need to be filled in. I have to write from scratch chapters 7, 10, 11, and 12. Oh, I also cut a chapter because there was one spot where it wasn't like written out or anything. It just said chapter whatever number. This is what my index card outline says, but I don't think I need this chapter because of the way things have already changed in the draft. And I was like, yeah, I don't need that chapter, so I just cut it entirely. And so it's only 12 chapters total now. So I have to do chapters 7, 10, 11, and 12 from scratch, and then chapters 6 and 8, I think, are the ones where I need to fix the ending. So I'll do that throughout the next few days. This is fantastic. I'm very glad I switched projects and didn't try and force myself to work on Space Dragons, because I feel like I very narrowly avoided a big major writing slump, so that's great. If we can avoid that, we definitely want to. So, I think I'm going to do some journal stuff. I have to set up my reading journal for April. Yeah. I'll see if I can get a cute time lapse of that for you. I don't know. I don't like to film my journaling stuff usually because I don't know. I just feel like I'm very indecisive and it's not going to be fun to watch. But I'll see if I can get a good shot. So I'm gonna go do that now. Hello, friends! I think it's been a few days since I last updated you, so I'm sorry about that. It is 9 p.m. on the 27th, and I've just had the loveliest day today. It was so good! Let's see if I can recount for you what happened, all of the stuff that I didn't vlog. So, this morning there was a trouble stream, and that's just always a really fun time, everyone getting together in the chat and hanging out. Then Crystal had her gaming stream because it's a Wednesday, and she was playing Stardew Valley, which I have like very minimal knowledge on Stardew Valley. I like never really watched gameplay or anything. I knew a couple of the characters. It's such a cute game, and I know I'm way late to this. Like, this game is so old. Everyone knows it's a cute game, but like, it's so lovely. It was a lovely little game, and I'm kind of obsessed. Um, I did so much writing today. I got through several chapters of what's my project? Gay Vampires, and now I have to finish chapter 10. I started chapter 10, but it's like a really big scene, like it's just kind of long, so it's gonna take me a while to write it. I'm hoping I can finish chapter 10 tomorrow because I also have to write chapters 11 and 12 from scratch. But I did write the other chapter that I had to write from scratch, chapter, I think it was 7. I got all that done, and I also fixed the endings of the couple of chapters that needed that. So that was great. I started reading What Manner of Man, which is a gay serial fiction about a priest and a vampire, and it gets kind of spicy. The writing style is just, oh, chef's kiss, right up my alley, exactly my style. I love it so much. It is by St. John Starling, who I wouldn't call him a friend, but we're mutuals on Tumblr, so that counts for something, I think. And it's just like the perfect thing to put me in the mood for writing my own gay vampires. Like, what? It's just perfect. I got through 13 chapters of that, and there's 30 something. So I'm like about a third of the way through in one day. Honestly, I could finish it tomorrow if I really wanted to, but I should probably do things besides reading. If I read all day tomorrow, I would 100% want to finish it, but like pacing myself. It was just so fun. And then Anna was streaming, and it was just a really good time. We talked about spring and poetry and just all the loveliest things. It was so sweet, and I'm just so full of happiness today. Mm, I don't. I have mental health problems. This is not anything that should be news. It's something I'm quite open about. So, like, these days that are so bright and beautiful just hit extra hard because I know that I've had the exact opposite of this. So I'm just like, give me all of the good vibes now. I'm basking in them. And I figured I would just share with you while I'm feeling this wonderfully. And now I am going to get ready for bed because I'm kind of tired. It's all rainy out, which is lovely, of course. How many times have I said lovely in this clip? Probably like 10, but it's like my favorite adjective to use, so it's whatever. I'm very much looking forward to going to bed with like the rain ambiance. It's a wonderful thing. So I will see you guys in the future, and hopefully I'll remember to update you as things happen. Just so this is a little bit more interesting for you and it's not just me talking at a camera like this, but I'll see you in a little bit. Hello friends, it is currently, if I consult my clock over here, 8:07 p.m. on the 28th, and I have both a reading update and a writing update for you because that's pretty much all I did today. I did watch a little bit of YouTube, like I pulled up a Drawfee video to watch while I made and ate my lunch, but like 90% of my day has just been reading and writing. I would write like 250 words and then read a chapter, and then I'd write the next chunk and then I'd read another chapter back and forth, and it worked super well for me. Let's do my writing update first because I think it's a little bit more exciting because it's like my work, but I only have one more chapter to go on gay vampires and I'm so excited. So I finished chapter 10 and it took me a long time because it's both long and action-packed. And I feel like, I don't know if anyone else feels this way, any of my fellow writers out there, but the faster the pace of the scene, the longer it takes for me to write. I don't know, I just feel like slower paced scenes are easier for me to get out, and if it's a quicker paced scene, I kind of agonize over it a little bit more. But regardless, chapter 10, done. Chapter 11, done. Although that was a slow scene and a very short one, it was only like 1,000 words, I'd say, and got that done no problem. So now all I have is chapter 12, the finale, and I know what's gonna happen. I know like the last words of the book, which is fantastic. It's another like actiony bit though before we get to like the closing of the scene. So it's gonna take me a while, but I 100% will be finishing it tomorrow, and I think that's when I'll close out this vlog because I feel like it'd be a nice conclusion to it. So that's my plan anyway. As for reading, still reading What Manner of Man, I'm on chapter 32. I think I was on chapter 12 last night is the last one I read, 12 or 13, so I read like 20 chapters, and I'm so close to the end. There are 35 chapters and then an epilogue, so I have 32, 33, 34, 35, and the epilogue. 5 more chapters to go. It's so good, you guys. Like, I am literally obsessed. If this does not make my top books of 2024, it'll be like insane. Like I can't imagine reading anything else that would, maybe I'll read stuff that'll like top it, but not so many things that it would push it out of the top list, if that makes sense. Like I'm loving it so much. And the author is like taking this serial version and turning it into like an actual novel, being edited, stuff added in to hopefully be published later this year. So you know when that happens, I am getting my hands on it immediately. It's just so good, you guys, and I'm definitely gonna keep reading it tonight. I might be able to finish it before I go to bed because I'm in my office right now because I'm about to do my end of the day bullet journaling stuff, fill all that out, and then I'm going right back to the bedroom to continue reading. And like I said, only 5 chapters. Like, I think I'm gonna finish it tonight, and I will update you guys when I do. But for now, I think I've rambled enough. We know I'm gonna ramble again because it's what I do. So I will see you when that time comes. Hello, I am here with one last update for tonight. It is, what time is it? It is like 10:30, and I have finished What Manner of Man. Y'all, it's so good. If I remember to, I will link it down in the description so that you all can check it out because it's just so good. I need more. The ending, like, hinted at potentially maybe something, not like a sequel coming, but like it's open to other things happening in this world, which I would love. Ugh, it'd be so great. I really love these characters, and like I said, the writing style is just fabulous. I know this author, St. John Starling, has another book, but I don't have the money to pay for it. This is free online to read. Um, but he has a book called The Sacred Sins of Father Black, something along those lines, and it's priest smut. And I would read it, but I don't have the money to buy a book right now. So when I get a job again, it's on my list. But yeah, I'm very tired. I just figured I would update you because I finished reading this book. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head to bed now. So I will see you guys tomorrow when I'm hopefully well rested. You guys, I finished my draft. Ooh, this is so exciting. I don't know what to do with any part of my body right now, but it is, what time is it? 11:41 on the 29th a.m., by the way. Wallace started streaming this morning, and I'm like, you know what? I could do with some streaming with friends, so I'm in the chat of that. And during the first 45-minute sprint, I wrote, and then the second 45-minute sprint, 25 minutes into it, which is where we are right now, I finished my draft. Oh, it's so exciting. I really love this draft. It's definitely not perfect. It will need decent rewrites of little bits and pieces. I do want to add to it, but I don't know where yet. But the draft, where it sits right now, is 21,697 words. So it's a novella. It is about 6,500 words longer than draft 1 was, which is great. We love the length. Yeah. Oh, I'm just so happy with myself right now. I I think I need to like go walk around. I didn't take my walk yet. I will insert any footage that I have of my walk that I'm going on in a little bit here. I guess that brings us to the end of this vlog because I said I was going to end it when I finished this draft, which I did. So I think I got quite a bit done. I love how this vlog started as a, I feel like I'm slumping and I really don't know what to do right now kind of vlog, and now here I am having read such amazing things, having finished editing a novella, like crazy. I think I avoided that slump very tidily. So that is the end for now, friends. If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.